Hey guys, welcome to the next installment of Chit Chat with Mac. I know that it's been quite some time since my last one and since my last Q&A session, so I felt like it was quite overdue. So I took to Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and asked you guys to ask me questions that you wanted answered. You guys sent me a lot of really good questions. Some of them were like silly and some of them are really like thought-provoking, so I really appreciate all the time you guys put into sending me your questions. I'm gonna answer them for you today. I'm gonna start with Twitter, because that's the first one I have here on my computer. So, Tara asks, what's your favorite song right now? There are a lot of songs that I like. I would probably have to say my favorite song right now is Morning by Mack. It is just so ethereal and beautiful, and the first time I heard it I actually cried like a weirdo. I don't know. It's just really beautiful, so you should check out Morning if you don't know that song. That's probably my favorite song right now. But that will change like tomorrow, I'm sure. Daniel asks, how did you and Samuel meet and decide to collab? Love you guys singing together. So if you don't know who Samuel is, he's actually an artist that I collaborated with a few videos back. I don't really do collabs super often because I really like to take the time to make sure that it works for me. I have to really like your work, I feel, you know, if that makes, I don't want to sound like snobby or anything like that. I really like Samuel's work. He reached out to me, I don't know, probably like December. You know, I get inquiries like that sometimes, but I really like to really look into it. So I listened to his music within like the first 2 seconds. I was like, yep, he's great. Let's collab. I got right back to him and we started work. It actually took a couple of months because we got it done in February. It was definitely like a really interesting process because he lives in South Africa and I'm here in the States. It was really cool. Like, it's cool that, you know, these days you can actually make music with somebody that isn't physically next to you, or in the same studio or the same room. Like, it's just really, really crazy that technology has, you know, afforded us that opportunity. He was a pleasure to work with. Like, I can't say enough good things about him. He's so awesome and he's so talented. So if you haven't seen the video that we did together on my channel, go check that out and go check out his music. We did another collab on his channel as well. He's just a great, great artist and an even better person, which makes it that much better, and so professional, so awesome. So that's kind of how it came to be, just kind of like, hey, do you want to collab? And I was like, yes. Jade asks, favorite season? P.S. Ellie too, girl. Right now, it's spring because I can't take this snow anymore, but I would say my favorite season overall is fall, because it's that time, like, I love when fall fashion happens. I love the leaves, and most importantly, Halloween is during the fall, and that's my favorite day of the year because I turn myself into monsters, like, with makeup. If you haven't seen that on my Instagram, that's the time of the year when I start, like, getting real weird, turn myself into a zombie randomly. Halloween, scary stuff, haunted houses, pumpkin stuff. I love all of that so much. Allison/reject asks, Coke or Pepsi? I would have to say Coke. I always just say that. I used to be able to tell the difference and I'd be like, I really prefer Coke, but it's like, I actually can't tell the difference anymore. I don't really have a preference. It's not like I get Pepsi, I'm like, ew, take this away from me. I need my Coke. God. Se asks, I know Se, because she's Sephora. So hi Sephora, I always see your tweets and you're so sweet. Do you have an OTP, one true pairing? I'm always rooting for Justin and Brittany. They were my favorite, like, celebrity couple. I always, like, secretly root for Justin and Brittany, but you know, that's the early 2000s child coming out in me. Memories. Moving to Instagram. Sarah Kramer asks, what's your favorite thing about living in Philadelphia? Wawa. Definitely Wawa. If you don't know what Wawa is, Google it. If you're not from around here, you might not understand, like, why we love it so much. It's just so good. It's kind of, I guess you could compare it to like a 7-Eleven, but like better. And they have really good like hoagies. In Philly, we call them hoagies. I learned that like people don't call it, like, I mean, you might know it as a sub, like a sandwich, but we call it hoagies. And people are like, what? But Wawa hoagies are so good. They're so famous around here. Monumental asks, if you had to pick 3 emojis to describe yourself, what would they be? I'm gonna open my emoji library and give me a second. I got my phone. Okay, I would say The first one's probably the most obvious. The microphone with the music notes. Probably the little girl in the pink shirt that's going like, just think like feminism, girl power. Third one. It might be a cross between the jack-o'-lantern, because I love Halloween and scary makeup, and the dango, which if you don't know what that is, I'll flash it up here. Okay, I'm gonna just disclose this information to you. I have like a weird obsession with Japanese candy and sweets. I'm like obsessed with making it, and like it's just, you are probably finding weird things out about me. That dango is actually a Japanese like rice ball sweet that they put on a stick. I made it before. It was terrible. So it'd probably be like, I'm gonna cheat, I'm sorry, Renani Mental, but I'm gonna say the microphone with the music notes, the girl that's like whoop whoop, the jack-o'-lantern for Halloween, and the dango. So I'm sorry, I gave you 4. Those are the weirdest ones you could actually choose. They make no sense. I'm so weird. Cece Hansen asks, if you could have dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be? Let me think. I would really like to sit down and have a conversation with Jeff Goldblum, because he's one of my favorite actors, and he's also just the weirdest dude ever. And like, I feel like to pick his brain would be such an interesting thing to do. He just seems like so strange and cool and nice. So Jeff Goldblum, Ellen DeGeneres. That goes without saying, she's one of my favorite people ever. Maybe Maya Angelou, because I love her writing. That would be a really interesting combination of people and conversations. So Jeff Goldblum, Ellen DeGeneres, and Maya Angelou. Or Dave Grohl. I love Dave Grohl too. Call me Kathleen. Hi Kathleen. Kathleen is the cutest girl. I always like would see her, like, she'd come up on the sidebar. She is a really good singer-songwriter, so you should check her out. I'll put her link below. You might know her already. What is your favorite donut flavor? I would have to say I enjoy a donut the most when it's from Krispy Kreme. Just a classic glazed, just fresh out of the donut maker. Because it's like a conveyor belt. They have like, you know, a flowy waterfall of glaze coming down over it. They flip them into the oil, and it's just like such a beautiful process, and then it comes out and oh gosh. Krispy Kreme classic glazed is shit. Kathleen, what are you doing to me? So I'm going to go onto Facebook now. Victoria Penning asks, where do you get your strength and inspiration from? I would say I get my strength from my mom, day in and day out. She's just such a strong female figure in my life, and I think every girl needs a strong female figure, whether that's their mom or their sister or their best friend, their aunt, whoever it might be, you know, and in that case it's my mom. She's always been kind of that constant in my life. That's where I get my strength, and I honestly don't. I would not be this person doing what I'm doing. I would be lost probably if it weren't for my mom. Gosh, I'm going on too. Don't get too emotional. I would also say that like my passion for music is where I get my strength as well. And that's where I get my inspiration when I'm feeling lost. Remember why you're doing this. Because, you know, going into the business I'm going into and being a part of it already is kind of tricky, because people might assume that you want big lights and fame and superstardom, but it's not about that for me. The inspiration always comes from the heart of what it means to make music. If I could just make a really good living making music for the rest of my life, I'm happy. And the strength comes from my mom, the inspiration comes from that passion. It's not easy all the time, but you need somebody there and something there. I would say that's where I get it from the most. And my family, I mean, they're the best people on earth, so gosh, that was really... Victoria. Andrew Leonard Flanagan asks, what cover did you have most fun learning, performing, etc.? Also, what mic do you recommend for a beginner recording acoustic guitar and vocals? I would probably have to say Whoa 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 by Watsky was my favorite. I loved learning his music. He's an incredible lyricist. I have the biggest crush on him too. But that's besides the point. It's a fun challenge to try and, like, you know, rap like him. It takes a while. In order to, like, rap like that, you have to know it by heart. Every little syllable matters. To learn all the details in the song and all the inflections he puts on certain words. Any kind of rap songs are really fun for me because they're a challenge and you feel so good when you finish learning it. What mic do you recommend for a beginner? Any kind of USB, like a USB mic, I think. I originally used a Yeti. I would say start off with that because that's gonna give you some pretty good audio. And it's really easy. You just stick the USB in and sing or play into it, start off with the USB, see how you like it. It's pretty cheap. But yeah, keep it simple. Simple, simple, simple. Nina Karaneva asks, where would you like to travel and why? And what kind of child were you? Those are two like really random questions. I would like to travel everywhere, every place I could possibly imagine. I really want to see Tokyo. Again, it goes back to my obsession with like Japanese culture and sweets and food, but I want to see as many places in the world that I possibly can. What kind of child was I? Well, I was kind of mean, to be honest with you. Not to other children, but like I was just pissy to my family, and I'd be like, no, get away, like shut up. I actually didn't say shut up, I said shut up, shut up. I have footage from my 4th birthday party. It's an infamous birthday party. And I was just such a bitch. When it came to going to school and interacting with other kids, I was actually kind of shy and introverted, and I had to break out of my shell. Like, that didn't happen until I was in high school, like senior year of high school, to be honest with you. If there was one artist you could tour with, who would it be and why? I think to tour with, it would be really fun to do a tour with Tori Kelly. I think that would be pretty cool because I feel like we have somewhat similar backgrounds, the way that, you know, we're finding our fan base and whatnot, like YouTube. I think that would be a really cool tour. Acoustic Girls. That would be really fun. So that should just about sum up my question and answer video for today. I will see you MJ Monday. Again, thank you so much for all of your wonderful questions. I hope to get to more of your questions that you already sent me because I have them saved here, maybe soon in the next couple weeks. Until then, have a good day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.